Welcome to the DCU, the most confusing franchise in cinema history. Their latest project, and from my understanding the first project of James Gunn's DC universe, Blue Beetle, just hit theaters. Blue Beetle is about Jaime Reyes suddenly finding himself in possession of an ancient relic of alien biotechnology called the Scarab. When the Scarab chooses Jaime to be its symbiotic host, he's bestowed with an incredible suit of armor that's capable of extraordinary and unpredictable powers, forever changing his destiny as he becomes the superhero Blue Beetle. Now, this movie was an interesting one because it was originally planned for a streaming release through Max, but under James Gunn's new management, it got thrown into a theatrical release, which is great, and I love supporting my theaters, but unfortunately, I don't think this movie will make its box office mark. Mainly because, no offense to the character Blue Beetle, it's just not a widely known IP, and a lot of general audiences are very confused on the state of DC, and hell, I consider myself very involved and I'm even confused. But there's still hope, because this movie is being very well received by critics and audiences. So I saw the film last night at my local cinema, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't mind it one bit. It was a very fun time, and overall I was surprised, mainly because my expectations were so down the gutter. The action was pretty well done and executed properly. The CGI actually held up nicely, especially compared to DC's last project, The Trash. Sorry, I meant The Flash. This movie had a lot of heart, and it mainly shined in its family aspect. The family was the heart and soul of this movie. Zola Marduena is the Blue Beetle. He killed the role and showed a lot of emotion and passion in the performance. The soundtrack was interesting. I don't think it knew what it wanted to be necessarily. It was playing some neo-synth wavy beats that complemented the atmosphere very nicely. Then the next minute it would play some typical Hollywood cookie-cutter action music from like Motley Crue. The characters' motives are very interesting as well. Like, Blue Beetle refuses to kill for some unknown reason, other than the fact that he said he wasn't a killer. But then meanwhile, his uncle and Nana are just stacking corpses and murdering by the dozen. And the main villain is the most bland villain ever. It's the I want to do this for the greater good type of villain that we have seen countless times. That's truly this movie's biggest fault, is that it uses every single hero trope you can possibly think of. For example, there is a scene between the villain's henchman and Blue Beetle, and the henchman says along the lines, your love for your family is what makes you weak. Then Blue Beetle just beats the ever-living shit out of him and replies with, no, you're wrong. My family's love is what makes me strong. It's stuff like this that is constantly in the film. You can guess pretty much every line of dialogue before it even happens. Like I said though, for an origin story in the beginning of a new DC, this movie was truly a fun time, and had some surprisingly good moments, and without a doubt DC's best movie of the year. I rate Blue Beetle a 3.5 out of 5. Have you guys seen Blue Beetle? And if so, what'd you think? If you guys would like to support me, please subscribe and drop a like, and also feel free to follow my Twitter and letterboxd. I'll see you guys in the next one.